Can you hear me now? Any chance you can maybe hear me now? I hope you can hear me. Yay! Yay, we have sound! Okay. Make sound here real quick. Oh, it sounds like we have sound everywhere. It's very quiet. Okay, hold on. We can fix this. We can work with quiet. I wonder if it's just a matter of over here. Are you making a difference? Are you making a difference? Hi Nitrodale, welcome in. We are currently working through some technical issues that decided to jump in just as stream started because I am in fact Queen of the Jank. Hi AIDYN. I am Queen of the Jank now and forever. Let's see. Is that better? How we doing? How's sound doing? Is it coming through any better now? Hold on. Oh, we might have just found the problem. Oh, I can definitely hear me now. Alright, real quick test. If this does work. Hey! Is this better? I think this is better. I think we're finally here, ready to stream. Oh, fraptious day. Hi, I'm Kawaii Koi. Aside from being Queen of the Jank, I'm also a I'm not a jellyfish, I'm an anglerfish. I'm just discombobulated. But no, I'm an anglerfish. You can tell because I got an Eska, see? Is right there on the top of my head. We here at Kawaii Co appreciate your patience as things went crazy today. I promise. I got home and the first thing I did was I checked the system, I checked my game, I checked my memory card, I checked my streaming software, I made sure everything was looking nice, checked everything. Then all of a sudden, my microphone disappeared from my OBS. Just poof. It wasn't there. It was there 2 hours ago. It wasn't there now. I'm so proud of me. But yeah, welcome in. Today is retro game day, and I felt like we've been giving enough love to the Dreamcast lately that it might be time to switch up to another system. So I pulled out my N64 and I took a hard look at the games that I had, because I wanted to find something good, right? And I looked and I was like, oh man, I've got Mario, but I can play Mario on other things. And I just kind of went through the list, and then I came down to 2 games. I came down to AIDYN Chronicles, which we're going to be playing, and Shadowgate 64. And I decided to choose AIDYN Chronicles tonight because it is kind of more your classic, like, sword and sorcery RPG. It's really like the only one of its kind on the N64. You get close with a couple things, like Quest 64 gets kind of near there, but nothing quite hits that like AD&D urge the way that this game does when it comes to this system. Couple things I want to just give people a heads up on, because I'm going to be muttering about it a lot as I try to go through the game. First off, this game has this super neat aspect to it. I both do and don't mean that genuinely, but it's got this fun little thing that happens where you have a character die and you can't get them back. There is permadeath for your NPCs in this game. Not even the most ardent N64 defenders would try to argue it was a good system for the RPGs. You're right, Fate Crade. There was only one aspect of the N64 that could have been good for RPGs, and they only made 9 demo discs for it. And that was, in fact, the disk drive they had prototyped for the N64, because that was just Nintendo's vibe at that point. They were all like, yeah, we make a console, we make a home computer console, the Famicom, and then the Super Famicom, and then we'll make a disk drive for it. And the disk drive, you know, worked fine, worked great even for the Famicom, Super Famicom, but could not get anything working right for it on the N64. Little bit of fun trivia. Actually, a number of years ago, there was a group of people, I don't know if they're still at it, but there was a group of people that were working very hard to try to rebuild the Ocarina of Time kind of, I don't want to call it DLC, but that's basically what it was. It was a disc add-on for the Ocarina of Time game that basically gave you a whole other game. But there was a group of folks trying to rebuild that from what scrap files they could find and whatever they'd found here and there. Alan, you've only played one N64 game? I'm curious which one it was. I played a lot of N64. This was probably one of my favorite systems. Because a lot of the games on it were just so creative and ridiculous. And also I'm left-handed, so having a controller that actually favored me was a novelty. But yeah, so yeah, I'm excited to do AIDYN Chronicles with you and make sure that you learn about this super awesome game. This is very, very sword and sorcery. The other thing I wanted to bring up, just as a heads up, is not only is it like we're talking very D&D, very Dungeons and Dragons. So you've got to consider stamina and like spell components and shit like that. But also, some of your magic is like daylight based, and some of it comes in and out with the moon phases. So you have to keep track of that too. So if you hear me kind of just like muttering to myself in a confused tone, it's okay. I'm just trying to do basic astronomy things, and it's a game. Ellen, it was Super Mario 64. I genuinely considered pulling that one out, but then I thought about it, and AIDYN Chronicles is just too fun. McNate, you tried Ogre Battle 64 because you loved the series and it was not up to the others. Yeah, and this is what Fake Raid was saying. Like, the N64 was good for a lot of things. It was not good for the intensity of an RPG. Could you imagine even the Final Fantasies of the time trying to come out on this thing? But on that note, I'm not going to delay us any longer. We're going to switch over to the game screen. And I'm gonna give you the full experience here. So we're gonna start on that no signal screen and boot the girl up, okay? Okay. Hi. Okay. Let me know how sound is. I will also give a warning to anybody who's never seen this game before that it was definitely overreaching the system's capacity, and honestly it should have done what Eternal Darkness did and wait for the next system, because they were not able to work out all of the buggy bugs they had. So there are times in this game where you take a moment or three to figure out if you are just bad at it or if it's just bugged. Iconic cutscenes, hell yeah. Yes, Your Majesty. Right away, Your Majesty. Why does the king always ask me to find the boy? I'm a cook, not a ranger. Alaron! 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 Let me think. When was the last time I saw him? Yesterday? Thanks, McNit, for the vote of confidence. I appreciate you. Everybody needs a montage. Yes, all that happened yesterday, but... Well, where is he? I don't know, Sir Abraken. He's run off again, hasn't he? I don't know, Sir Abraken. Who can depend on this squire? Sir, I often depend on him. Naturally. But you're a cook, not a knight of the realm. Sir! You see, another silly enchantment. Arrogant squire. Do you know how many swords he's ruined and how he disappears into thin air? Oh, McNate, you're sweet. Thank you. Aileron, come out immediately! Aileron! Aileron! Anything strange with him lately? Sir? Nothing odd in the kitchen? Any strangers coming round? Not that I've noticed, no, sir. Then why would he run away? Where do you think he is? Your guy has 6 toes. Alright, put a guard in the main hall. Yes, sir. And send someone into the library. Have a maid check the observatory. Okay, go fast enough. And question the magicians. But Sir Abraken, just find him. Magic's still in progress. Don't make me ask you again. Here to complain. Complain? About what, Mistress Rada? About the boy. What else? Stealing spellbooks, losing relics. Just wait till I catch him. The best graphics, indeed. Let's hope the king doesn't hear about that. Aileron! Not with Abraken, not with Bowden, not with Godric or Rada. Of course! He's been in his room all along. Look at that fire effect. Hello, Aileron! Anybody home? Hi, Green Grunt Dude, welcome in. You're getting me at my most D&D tonight. Prince Sheridan! He's in the forest. The forest? Why on earth would he go there? One of the farmers is missing. He's gone to rescue the poor man. Alone? You know Aileron. It's me. I'm Aileron. Hello? Kendall? He must be out here somewhere. Kendall? It's me. Aileron. I spoke to your wife. She's worried. She hasn't seen you all morning. Come on out, Kendall. Come out here now. Do you hear me? Hello? Are you out here? Alright. The best graphics. You've acquired a potion. To select a potion in combat, press and hold the C up button. For more info, see the help menu. Okay. Okay. Level 1, Gold 1. We are definitely at the beginning of a game. Group of friends and you were talking about setting up a new Saturday game? Pathfinder, not D&D, but still. Your character idea is what do you call hentai summoner? Oh no! That is a choice. Summoner with an Eidolon with 30 feet reach and combat reflexes and grab on a whole... Oh, McNit, that sounds nightmarish. I love it.
Yes, the forest is quite lovely, Yuli, but foolish do not be. Goblins roam the wood and trouble there has been. Yes, so I have heard. What is it? Aileron?
Hail and well met, honoured Mirari.
How be you this day, pup? Well, are you?
I'm happy and I am well.
Ah, and what brings you to the forest? What indeed? These woods are perilous. Goblins be the enemies of traders and squires. Meanwhile, the king and all his knights are searching the castle for you.
I haven't seen any goblins.
Recently, they've been attacking caravans and traders. Lucky are we to slip past with our spice. But our magic does aid us. Even still, we must move quickly. Take care, pup.
But, Idor, I have to find Kendall.
Perhaps he is westerly. Or somewhere to the east. We are traveling from Tailwalk.
Tailwalk? What's that?
Tailwalk is a land to the south. South of the forest along the river.
Is it far?
Not for us. No, not for traders. Though we will be happy to see our homes in Erebon. Yes, indeed. In any case, we did not see your Kendall along the path from here to there. He must be somewhere else. May you find him safely and quickly and before the king is too angry.
Wait a minute. The king's angry.
Oh, you know the king. A hot temper, but a kind soul.
I see more than enough of his temper these days.
Yes, pup, and who is at fault there? Hush, Yuli. Can't you see the boy is worried enough? Why don't you bring some spice? We are carrying his favorite. Poggerel, the royal ponies relish it.
Is it expensive?
For you, pup, a special price. 2 gold pieces.
I have 1 gold piece.
Only 1. Are you sure? This is very fine, Poggerel.
I know it's the finest, Ado, but with 1 piece of gold I can't do much bargaining.
Very well, very well. We traders know what it's like to be a little light on gold, pup. Indeed we do. Suppose we shall that this one time a single gold piece will do.
Thank you, and now I must find Kendall.
Be careful, pup. Trained you may be, but more than rats and bats you are not ready for. Kill you they will.
It's like a lesser Yoda.
Don't be in these woods after dark, pup. Not see him alive again. Too bad. Nice he was.
Alright, let's see if I remember this. I do not remember the battle phase. Hold on. Hold on a sec. Why is nothing... Because I'm trying everything. Nothing's working. I swear to God, I am forever jankified. Yeah. Yeah, I know I don't got no spells. Aha, now you're working. Yay! We did it! Hooray! We'll just hold on to that XP. It's particularly unlikely, but there is a chance we can run into a trainer, so especially right now until I have a decent amount of anything on me. It's cold here. Kendall, is that you? A spirit! A new journal entry has been added. Hooray! Yeah. We done found Kendall's hat. That's no good. Left is always right. Just kidding. Okay. It has been forever since I've played this game. Yay!
Yalla!
A goblin!
Fight now, human boy!
Where's Kendall?
Kendall go gone, human.
Go where? What's his hat doing on the ground?
Hat here. Him gone. Fight now!
What are you doing in the forest?
Forest goblin country. No more farmer, no more trader, no more you. Now fight.
Get out of my way!
You go by.
All right, if you insist.
You go by after fight us. She sent us.
Us? An ambush!
Oh no, Mr. Bill.
What happened? I can't see. Just a scratch, but it burns. Welcome back to the world, child. You've been sleeping long. Where am I? Safe and sound and well hidden. I found you in the woods. What you were doing there, I can't guess. It wasn't easy dragging you back to my hut, you know. You're her! You're the witch! Which witch? What am I doing here? What are you up to? Your fears make you the fool, boy. I know all about you. We've all heard the stories. Stories? Bah! You shouldn't waste your time on them. I'm no witch. I'm the healer who saved your skin. But you gather herbs. All healers do. And this room, it's full of spices and flowers. They say all healers grow flowers. I also collect herbs. How else can wounds be stopped? Shall I quit collecting herbs for people? No. Oh? Then shall I send you back outside? Believe me, you've slept helplessly for hours. If evil was my intention, I've had several opportunities. But lady, Oriana. What's Oriana? My name is Oriana. That's one of the old names. I think it suits me. We still don't know who you are. Me? I'm AIDYN. Thank you for helping me. Think nothing of it. Nothing at all, young. AIDYN. All right, I'll try to remember. Now what were you doing in the clearing? I was walking. I remember that. I went from the castle. Go on. I ran into the forest. I saw the hat. A hat? I thought I saw a woman in the trees. Maybe it was you. Everything was hazy. But I think there was a woman. What woman? There were goblins and something hit me. I'm feeling dizzy. Amazing animation. Kendall? It's me. Where are you? Hello, Squire. Who are you? A friend.
Boy here. Losty.
I'm looking for someone.
Lost you. Fail you.
Pay no attention to them, they're perfectly harmless.
Kill you. Die soon.
They're just trying to show you they like you.
Kill. Die.
Shh. You say you're looking for someone. Yes, a friend. You're sure? One of the village farmers? You think he left his house? You think maybe he came this way? Be honest, Squire. Since when do farmers leave their homes? Are you sure that's what you're looking for? Weren't you really sick and tired of waiting around in that castle?
Die. Kill.
See, they like you. Tell me what you want here, Squire. You can trust us. Why chase after farmers while your own dreams sparkle just within reach? I have to help him. Forget the farmer. He's unimportant. But you... I think you're lost yourself and looking for your own path through these woods. Where's my friend? Stay here with us.
Kill. Die. Yes. Yes, friend. You'll stay with us forever.
Aren't they charming? Absolute delights all. It's nighttime. Hello, AIDYN. I feel so strange. A vision will do that. You're sure that's what it was? I know no other explanation. When I lived in Eramon, I heard of Mirari legends about dreams, but in your case there must be some spell or poison in you, a special poison beyond my healing. Did the attacking goblins cast an enchantment on you, or something worse? We fought. I lost. That's all there was to it. Maybe you should go back to the king. The wizards at the castle might be able to do something. Given the fact that you aren't exactly at home in the forest, I have cast a pathlight spell for you. Not yet. Teach me some magic. Show me a spell. Spells can be a useful tool, but you have to be careful with them, because you can tire yourself quickly. Then teach me those. I warn you, spells can be used for small, quick effects. They're good on the road. They're helpful in fighting off enemies. Some are more powerful than others, and more tiring. Show me. Oh. Let's do healer. We're gonna need that. Yay. Yay. A new journal entry has been added. Kendall's dead, isn't he? Some moments are best forgotten. But is Kendall dead? Yes, the goblins killed him. I was hoping you wouldn't remember any of it. But this vision you've just had... Squire? What happened? One moment we were talking and the next... I watched your face. You saw outside this place. You mean a dream? More a vision. Did it frighten you? A little. Well, it frightened me. You were awake the whole time. You're sure that's what it was? I know no other explanation. When I lived in Aramon, I heard of Mirari legends about dreams, but in your case, there must be some spell or poison in you, a special poison beyond my healing. Did the attacking goblins cast an enchantment on you, or something worse? We fought. I lost. That's all there is to it. Maybe you should go back to the king. The wizards at the castle might be able to do something. Given the fact that blah 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 blah. Then, thank you. I think you're right. Be sure to tell the healers here what happened. I will, Oriana. Is there anything you might be able to teach me? If you wish. Show me. We already did that. I was ahead of you. I was ahead of you. Okay. Can I rifle any stuff? Got any stuff? No, I didn't mean to talk to you. Rude! Fastest way through. Okay. Cool. Go around. Go around. Blind spot camera. This is the only time in the game that we're going to actually have a path directed for us. For the rest of this entire endeavor, we are doing it blind. Just so you know, we are going to be relying almost exclusively on maps and compasses outside of this tutorial mission. You've got to wonder if this had ever gotten a remaster. Giant bat? Oh no! There's more than one of you. Damn, I don't have an instrument. Yay! I attack. Yay! No more bat. Hooray. Oh, run away, you coward. I'm not close enough. I can't attack-rate you. Bye-bye. I have no ranged weapons. I can just run until I can maybe kill you. But you are just outside of my range. This is silliness. Bye-bye. Each member earned 150 XP. Hooray! Oh, yay. We got stuff. Is that... Okay, where's the next boob doobly-doo? It's gotta be down here. Here we go. Facing me. That's where it is.
Look, sister. It's that squire.
Good day, Honored Mirari.
Pop, what are you doing here? You have a bad look.
There's something I need to ask of you. Not far from here, I saw a gate made of stone. It was enormous.
You've seen the portals? Ah, yes, then you know that these are magic places. Within the portals, the distance stops. As does time. One travels from this someplace to a point far out, unweighted in an instant. They are the workings of a powerful spell when long ago bold sorcerers went casting. There an entrance, there its mate. Next they were travelling near and far like flashes of light. At times they would choose guests, and those would travel too.
But is there any other way to use the portals?
No, the magic's too strong, unless...
Unless I'm a sorcerer too, right?
Not exactly. It's said that if the portals match and one has laid a feeling hand upon them both...
Then that traveller knows the passage as well.
Yes, and he may fly between the two like a magician.
Thank you, Zurine.
Be careful near the portals, Pup.
A new journal entry has been added. Hooray! More stuff. What'd I get into a battle with? What you doing? What you looking like, little guy? Can't make out what you are in all this high definition. Oh! Rats! You know what? I'll make you come to me. Hi, Dark Rio! Why did it have to be rats? Because we are in the middle of a forest. And sometimes you just got little skitterers. Already performing. Are you gonna let me do anything else here? Okay. There we go. No! How dare you? R-O-U-S stands for rude in this game. Yeah, take that. Take that. You rodent of unusual size, you. Yeah, Dark Rio, this is like the only RPG that happened on the N64. And I think the way I described it was like AIDYN the video game, so like 2nd edition D&D. Hello, rat. It's definitely there's definitely a lot of wasted potential in this game, and I maintain that if they had done with this what the creators of Eternal Darkness had done and just waited to basically rebuild it for the next system, it wouldn't have been this janktastic. And we could have actually seen something that wasn't quite so buggy. But this is what we got. And it's got a particular charm to it. And it's very, like, classic fantasy. Very Dungeons and Dragons, very Lord of the Rings.
I gained a new level. Yay! Hooray.
Yeah, I am guilty of absolutely loving my pen and paper games. So something like this immediately caught my attention when I was a wee baby child. Um and yeah, it was hopeless. It's not, again, it's one of those games that I love not because it's amazing, but because of what it could have been and for what it had in its bones.
Light.
What is cool about this game, two things I gave as a warning at the very beginning were NPCs, like your party members, do experience permadeath. So if you lose somebody in battle, that's it, bye-bye. And you have daylight dependent spells, and then you have spells that are dependent on the phases of the moon. So you have to build your party in such a way that you're well equipped for daylight and you have at least one good moon user. You would have gotten mad at it because young you wouldn't know what the hell to do or where to go. Yeah, and the manual for this game didn't exactly lay it all out.
Hi.
Alharon, at last! The king is beside himself with worry. He knows I was gone. Of course he knows, squire. You've been gone several days. Where have you been? I was ambushed by goblins. They poisoned me, but Oriana helped me. She couldn't cure the poison, though. Poisoned? Curse those foul goblins. That woman in the woods helped you out, you say? I'm not so sure I trust her. How do you know she didn't make things worse? She didn't! Besides, I'm sure I would know if she tried anything. If you say so. I'm telling you she helped me. Yes, yes, I believe you. We've been scouring the woods looking for you while you've been visiting crazy old ladies. I guess she's harmless enough. In any case, the king wants you back at the castle right away. So stick to the road and don't dawdle, or Abrakin will have your hide. Did you hear me? Yes, don't worry. We'll all stop worrying once you get back to the castle in one piece. I'll run ahead and alert everyone in Guernia. Maybe someone can check on that poison for you. Okay. Good, now don't delay. Do 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 do. There's a rat. Oh no, oh rats. There's multiple rats. Oh buddy. That's an unnecessary amount of rat. That's okay. Thanks, Dark Rio. I appreciate it. Oh, what are you, a Donkey Kong Kremling? Oh no, I took 3 points of damage.
Boy, boy.
Drama queen. The 2004 Bard's Tale game featuring Carrie Elwes is on Switch. You know who else is in that game, McNit? And arguably just as important as Carrie Elwes? Tony J. Tony J is the narrator who hates you. Megabyte from Reboot is the narrator who absolutely loathes the character and judges you for your every who's a what's-its. It makes me so happy. You can die now. I said you can die now. That's not dying. You're rude. You're also rude. But I'm better than you. Bye. Yeah. Bye. No. No. Bye. Yeah. One more. You associate Tony J with Legacy of Kain? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I know a lot of people who associate Tony J with that, like, pretty exclusively. I'm just a weirdo who watched way too much Reboot as a child and had an absolute fascination with hexadecimal. Oh, yeah, there's also weather, and weather affects your spell functionality and stuff, and, like, elemental magics and all that jazz. So now it's raining, and that's going to have an effect on things for us. This might be more Palladium than D&D. Reboot was the shiznat. Reboot was great. Reboot was so good. I always, as a kid, I always wanted to cosplay Andrea. And then as I got older, I wanted to cosplay hexadecimal. Hi, person McPerson face. Come talk to me with your face. Hi. Hi. Let me walk through your plants. Hello, friend. Hello. Do you need any help? What's been going on in the forest? Oh, it's very upsetting. Strangers on the path. Footsteps all about the old nameless hut. I appreciate your help. Your dog does not like strangers, friend. House. House. No more house. Did you ever get to see the way that, like, they ended Reboot? Like, before they rebooted it into the Guardian Code, which we don't talk about in this home. But no, did you ever actually get to see how Reboot ended? Because there were, like, two major things that happened at the end. And they did, like, a whole, like, capstone movie for it and everything. Nobody liked the Guardian Code because ultimately the Guardian Code was the main producer's attempt to get his really bad boondoggle remade into something people would legitimize, and he tried to attach it to Reboot, and that was the mistake because that way he tried to, you know, completely retcon all of Reboot. And you can't do that. Once you have Hexadecimal's story actually play out, it is an insult to everything about that character to have her just back to, like, crazy villain sister, frankly. Because, like, one of the things that happened in Reboot, one of the big plot points, was that Hex got her code fixed. Bob and Glitch managed to fix Hex's code. So she was no longer viral. Like, she was no longer deranged. I mean, she was still crazy. She was still hexadecimal. She was still that happy, sad, happy, sad. What do you want? Right? She was still that. But a little less of the, like, I want to murder everybody. And a little more of, like, oh, maybe I'll make this righteous sacrifice to save these people who care about me and, like, actually show character development and emotional growth. Novel concept, right? And that wasn't even one of the things that happened at the end of Reboot that made Reboot so good. Like, really, really showcased that it was good from beginning to end. There were so many things that brought back some scary memories. I'm helping. They did do a musical episode. The musical recap was genius. No lie, it is up there for me with the Avatar Last Airbender recap episode. The what is it, the Ember Island players? They are like my favorite recap episodes out of any recap episodes. Oh, have I told you guys my crackpot theory about the Ember Island players and Avatar The Last Airbender in general? Have I told you that crackpot theory? I know I deposit into your brain my usual cookie dough hazards here and there, but have I given you that gift yet? This is assuming, of course, that anybody here was as much of an Avatar fan as I was. Person McPerson face, hi.
Did they send you to talk to me? Did they?
What are you talking about?
Nothing, nothing. Move along, son. Bye.
Hello, friend.
Fine day, isn't it?
What's been going on in the forest?
Now look here, if something's happened, not only do I not know about it, I'm also sure it wasn't my fault.
I see. Book. Beckon's journal. I write this in the springtime, following the Battle of Lonely Mountain. They say I saved His Majesty, and maybe I did, but at what cost? In what coin did I pay that debt? Armor. I wear it to protect myself against the enemy's blows. Yet what will I wear to armor myself against mine own thoughts? Brown turn the leaves in this dismal season. Look at me. For pity's sake, I sound now like some mincing minstrel overreaching for a rhyme or a reason. It is done. Even my sword now grows rusty. I dishonor my compatriots. I must find solace in the mountains. Perhaps their echo will fill my heart once again. I will go to Ahriman. Okay, so if I haven't told you my absolute crackpot theory about Avatar The Last Airbender, here it is in its entirety. The live action movie that M. Night Shyamalan did is not, contrary to popular belief, it is not book 1, aka season 1 of Avatar The Last Airbender, the animation. It is act 1 of the play that the Ember Island players put on. Because Sokka is nothing but angst and food. Katara tear bends. Zuko's scar is on the wrong side. I firmly believe that if we had actually gotten a second movie, it would have exposed everything because they would have cast somebody like John Cena or Bret the Hitman Hart as Toph. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. It's the only way that movie ever made sense to me.
Guess I should go up to the castle. I mean, I don't wanna, but I guess I should. Hello.
Oh, what was his voice? It was forever ago.
Alaron, you're back. We were just ready to set out again. Weren't we, Sir Abrakan?
Set out? The king's beside himself. The farmers say there are goblins in the forest. Is it true? And monsters? We've heard all kinds of rumors. The king has ordered everything and everyone to go out after you. I'll speak to him right away. AIDYN, let me speak to you first. Not only has the king ordered a search, he's also asked all travelers on the road to look for you. Despite the warnings of monsters and goblins, farmers have left their fields. Magicians have been asked to consult the stars. Right now, my best knights are out in the wilderness searching, all because you took it into your head to play hero. It wasn't like that. I didn't mean to worry you. You've been gone for days. I'm sorry, AIDYN, but I didn't plan on an attack. Attack? When were you attacked? Look, I'm in no mood to explain. Wait. Prince Sheridan claims you were looking for someone. Far be it from me to argue with Sheridan. AIDYN, we just want to know what happened. The goblins attacked. An ambush. It was in the woods, not far from here. Kendall's dead. If this is true, we must tell the king. Prince Sheridan, run to the trading room. Tell Treherne the boy is safe. Have him call off the search. But Sir AIDYN, do as I say! I can't remember what voices I gave them. That was like an hour ago. Can I go now? Stop right there, squire. And start explaining. The goblins were too strong for me. Naturally, they attack in groups. How could you hope to fight them all? I don't know. They have patrols. They move at night. Everyone out there in the forest is afraid. They're horrible, AIDYN. Enough of that. So you found Kendall and then what? You escaped on your own? There was a healer gathering herbs. She stumbled across me. What healer? I've been all through the castle looking for you. I've spoken to everyone. No one's seen you for days. She isn't a castle dweller. She lives in the clearing by the edge of the forest. Her name is Oriana. What's the matter? Nothing. You don't believe any of this, do you? Just finish the story. It's not a story, it's the truth. Oriana dragged me out of the woods and back to her hut. She cast a spell, but she couldn't cure you. No, she said ordinary herbs were useless. You must go to the throne room. I'll be all right. Huh? Prince Sheridan? What's that? Oh, yes, yes, Sir AIDYN. If you please. Oh, yes, of course. Training room. Yes, 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 right away. We'll tell the king. We'll find Getchina and speak to her. And we'll ask Bodin what to do next. I guess I go this way now. Hello. Excuse me, sir. Yes, young man. I was wondering if you would tell me what it's like to stand guard. You will stand guard someday when you become a knight. Then you'll see. I appreciate your thoughts. Bye. Why would we ever have camera consistency? Why would anybody do that in a video game? What? Never. What utter nonsense. Yeah, this music definitely evokes a sense of medieval fantasy royalty. I'll tell you what. Will it let me do the thing? No, okay. Hello. Hello, friend. You're not headed out to the camp, are you? I'm not sure it's a good idea. What's been going on in the forest? They say there's a spirit running loose in the woods. He seems afraid of people. Why, thank you. Bye! Yes, book. Oh, I can't that book. Dagnabbit.
Let me through. La la la.
Look at that excellent map, too. You know, just in case you worried we might get disoriented or something. Not knowing where we are. Oh, I have such a soft spot for this game. I would love to see it get, like, actually remastered at some point. No! Oh no! Hold on. Hold on. Oh no! Oh boy! Oh no! Ah! Queen of the Jank! Queen of the Jank! You know, I specifically got the black cartridge because it was the one less likely to crash. The 1.1 version. Like, I specifically hunted this one down. Ah! Okay. Ah! We didn't save. I was gonna save after we talked to the king, because I figured that would be a good spot. Ah! I've been janked. I've been so janked. Ah! Alright. Alright. So, do we do all of that over again? Or do I go grab another N64 game? Maybe something a little more traditional. Woohoo. Ah. Ah, that hurts. 10 times less likely to have a crash failure on this cartridge. Never had this cartridge crash before. But of course, today was the day. Ah. Well, you know what? We can skip through a lot of the text that we just went through and just not pay attention to it. Like that. No. Thank you. Okay, well at least we've got that now. Got through the opening cutscene. Ah. Ah! No! What's the worst about it is sometimes you have to wait for the camera to find itself. Because they built it all tied together. I'm determined now. Let's go. Yay! I did it! Party is victorious. I can't believe that happened. Ugh, that is the rudest thing. Alright, well once we find Kendall's hat, we'll save again. Esprit. I didn't tell you to close, I told you to... Overwrite. We're just not fucking around with that again. I'm not gonna let that happen again. The fight I literally cannot win.
Oh no.
What was that? What was that noise? You sounded more like a Sasquatch than a squire. It's so much faster now. Get dizzy. Get dizzy. Go talk to Kill and Die. La 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 la. Although I gotta be real, I think Kill is kind of cute. Like I would put a harness on that and make it like a pet. Take it out for walkies. Carry little doo-doo bags for my Cronenbergian nightmare there. Get a little bell with a jingle on it so I know when it's trying to get into bed at night. Kill's adorable. Look at it. Look at that little face. Imagine that little eye begging for treats.
I ate
ate him. Nom 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 nom. Also, we here at Koariko appreciate a good freaky goblin. Like, actually terrifying goblin. That's a Madonna bra. Alright. Light my path. Okay. Not playing around anymore. Huh. Okay. Let's get going. Hopefully fewer rats this time. Burp. Bird. Bird the word. Bird. I'm a normal human. Yeah, this way. Haha. Maybe the game is finally taking pity on me. We go over here. We go over here. Follow the light, Carol Ann. La 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 la. And then this whole bit. La. You know, we don't have to read everything. It goes a lot faster. Stay away, rat. Okay, fine. Attack of opportunity, oh no. Come on. Stabby rip stab stab. No! Rude! Ha! No! No! Bye bye. Yeah. No. Refuse. One of the first things we're gonna do is make some stamina and dexterity potions. What? Can't catch me, I'm the aileron man. Bye bye. Bye bye. I'll just let you get away. It's cool, man. It's cool. We got a level. Yes. We're like 10 minutes into this playthrough. What took us an hour? Boy, howdy. Following the road. I've been playing too much Zelda because I saw the well and went, ooh! Can I go in there? Immediately. Very first impulse was to go down the well. You stay over there. I want to get through this. Okay, fine. Hi, Buckaroo Bonehead. Come on. Cool. Thanks for getting closer. Yeah. I was planning on getting the Discord up soon, McNit. I appreciate you reminding me, but that was actually on the docket for the day. For those who missed it, we now have a Discord. It is live, it is real. It does in fact exist. It is not just a figment of my imagination. Rude, I was talking. You can't wait 2 seconds. You impatient thing, you. Bye-bye. This Discord isn't fake. This Discord is real. It's really real. It's really real after all. Yay! 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 One less beast hide than last time, but that's okay. Those aren't the most critical. Welcome in, kawaii cuties! I don't know if you were here for it, but my cartridge crashed, so we've just sped run the past hour of play in like 15 minutes. Avoided all of the text. This was one of the last handful of games made on the N64, and it's like the RPG for the N64. For better and for worse, it is more than the console can handle sometimes. And so we may get a system crash error again. That unfortunately is always a potential now. Now that it's happened once. So that's why I'm kind of save scumming this now, so we don't have to repeat ourselves too many times. I hope it doesn't happen again, too. We were just past this conversation the first time when it went blur. Yes, I'm here. I'm very real. This is very deja vu. The TLDR is we disappeared for days because we got ambushed by goblins in the woods and our friend the farmer died. And the king has been hysterical looking for us, a mere squire. You find out later why he cares. The plot of this game is about as transparent as rice paper at sometimes. Uh, so possibly within the next two cutscenes, it'll probably give it away without actively straight out telling you. But yeah, you live in the castle. You are part of the Royal Squire program, doing squire things, and you done disappeared for several days. You were also poisoned by goblins, and so we gotta go find one of the castle wizards to undo it because the magic lady we found in the woods couldn't fix us. It was more than she knew. And if that doesn't remind you of the beginning of Baldur's Gate 3, I don't know what will. Alright. Getting through that cutscene. Yeah, I've been here for an hour and a half. This playthrough is 15 minutes long so far. And we're back where we were when it crashed on us. Eh? You gonna let me read the book? No?
What's this way?
Thank goodness you've come back safely. Yes, sir. Aileron. You are a good and loyal squire, but the world can be dangerous, as you have discovered. After consulting with my advisors, I've decided that this poison, however slow it may be, is beyond the skills of Gwernia's healers. You must journey to Eramon. You will find a Mirari healer there. Their king has long been a friend and ally to this land. I have written a letter to tell him who you are and why you need his aid. Please present this letter to Zomin using all the ritual and customs which should accompany a representative of our realm. Thank you, sir. The road to Eramon is easily followed, but you should have companions on this trip. Therefore I have ordered Sir Abrakan to be at your disposal. He is the best fighter I know, and you would do well to bring him along, but you and he must discuss it first. Yes, the boy and I will talk later. We will decide whether I will go. However, the goblins have been rising in the forest, and I cannot spare more than 2 companions at this time. You may take your friend Brenna. She is quite resourceful in her own way, and seems to be able to move well in difficult places. And Master Bowden has agreed to let you take his apprentice Rada. She is quite involved these days with her own experiments, but she may be persuaded to seek more exotic herbs and ingredients along the road. I am sure she will be a great spellcaster one day. Finally, you may also choose Godric, our alchemist. He is a bit strange, but he could prove useful, and his knowledge will help you immensely. Everyone else must stay here at the castle, I'm afraid. I need to discover all I can about the goblins. As with any endeavor, your success will depend on who you choose to bring with you. I will not allow you to leave until you have picked your companions. Think carefully about your group. Talk to them before you make your decision. You may take only 2 with you, so choose wisely. And do not hesitate to seek the advice of your teachers and friends. Be sure to see Traherne, as he will have some equipment for you, I'm sure. Yes, sir. You are too generous, your majesty. On the contrary, Sir Abrakan, I am quite sorry to see this boy go. Now, there are a few more obligations you should attend to on your way. As you leave Gwernia, be sure to pay your respects to Gabrion for the attentions he has shown you over the years, and be sure to visit the farms. Find Kendall's family and tell them what has happened. Use all your sensitivities as you give them this news. I'll be sure to do that, sir. I fear that this is as much as I can help you.
As you know, I'd always hoped that you would finish your training here and one day be pledged as a knight. It is still my greatest wish to someday see you and Sheridan go forth together under the kingdom banners. Therefore, I've decided that should you succeed on this quest, you will be made knight. Your Majesty. Make him a knight? Thank you, sir. Now you are too generous, sir. Too generous by far! That is my privilege, Abrakan. Yes, sir. And when Alaron returns, he will receive his sword of office and see his name inscribed on the roll. It is my fondest wish. And it will be my pleasure to accept the boy. Know that this honor awaits and guide him accordingly. I will do more than keep it in mind. Very well. Go then, Alaron, with my blessings. Heal yourself and return to us. We will be waiting. Thank you, Your Grace. I will do my best. Indeed, Squire. See that you do. Bring that letter to Zilman, boy.
A new journal entry has been added. Yay, we've made it somewhere new now.
I want to sit on the chair. Well, let me sit on the chair. Well, let me do nothing.
May I have a word with you? Yes, sir. This plaque. Yes, sir. It is the knightly roll. It names all knights in Guernia. There are so many, sir. Many must serve, Squire. But it is also something more, sir. That is correct. Every town in the kingdom has a list like this. To have your name on the roll is more than an honor. It is an induction into a world both smaller and bigger. It is a smaller world because you become part of a select. It is larger because you also take on the burden of knighthood and all the honor, valor, and truth that entails. I have promised myself to go with you on this trip if you want me, and I've promised the king to make you worthy of this role. So now I will promise you, mark this list well, take it to heart, and understand that if you ever give me reason to doubt yourself or your abilities, you will never see your name here. I will see to that personally. I understand. Act well, and I will be your truest sponsor. Thank you, sir. Now you must choose a group, and you might think of a bath as well. Someday my name will be on this list.
La, we have goals and aspirations.
Alright. Armory. I keep hitting the Z trigger like it's actually gonna do anything. Like it's gonna reset the dumb camera. The lock is a little beyond the ability of Alaron to pick. Well, fine. Hello, mighty jester. Brenna? Hey, Alaron. Sheridan wants to meet you in the training room. Something about a match? He just wants to show off again.
Well, why don't you teach him a lesson? Aren't you getting tired of letting him win?
How do you know about that?
Come on, Alaron. You know I see right through you.
Ah, rude. Stop looking through me, that's rude. Stuff. I love that this is the castle music, you know. So dignified, so royal. Oh, it's raining again. Hooray.
Hi.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello?
I was wondering if you could tell me what it's like to stand guard?
I'd rather be doing this than fighting minions, I'd say.
I see.
Hi.
Excuse me, sir.
Not another one.
I was wondering if you could tell me what it's like to stand guard?
Standing guard is for men, not boys.
Thank you. He doesn't ask them anything else, really. It's kind of funny. Alright, so we need to... Just spoke with you. Just spoke with you. Did I need to do anything else over here? I think I did the 2 things I could do over... Yeah, okay. Okay. The map is so helpful. Wizard's Keep.
Wizard.
Royal Library.
Hi, library.
Like, honestly, it's impressive that all of this so far is on the cartridge. All of this, just this world, it's huge so far already. Like, legitimately, we are an hour into the game. And you can get away with, like, oh, I'd say like 50 to 100 hours on this, depending on how deep of a playthrough you want to go and how much it frustrates you. But that's just because it's a little buggy boy sometimes. It tries its best, it really does. That's where we came in, isn't it?
Hi. Thank you, thank you.
We are rifling for loose nonsense. Trust me, this will be worth it. This game is quite unforgiving. Oh, you're just decoration. Okay.
Okay.
All of your spells require components. And a lot of your, like, actually decent items require some sort of component element to them in this game. Very, very D&D. And so it helps to spend a little bit of time towards the beginning going around and getting everything you can, because them gemstones are going to be necessary.
Alright, let's go back out. Bye bye. And then, yeah, we had to go around to tables and nothing on this shelf, right? Nope, nothing on the shelves. Tragic. Tragic day. Right, nothing on that wall. Nothing on that wall.
I just imagine like 20 wizards in this hallway just trapped, bouncing into each other like marbles. It's the Wizard's Keep.
It's where you keep your wizards.
Oh, nothing. Nothing for Kalaris. Alright, I guess we'll go, like, talk to people and stuff. Ugh, socializing.
Oh no, did I just enter I just entered the Wizard's Keep again. Whoopsie doodle. My bad. I wasn't paying enough attention. Over here. Fine. Don't let me have no fun. Oh, it's nearly a new moon. That's why the sky is so terribly dark. Look at that. Bottom left corner shows the moon phase and shows the time of day and all that jazz. That'll be more important later when we do actual spell work. Ah, why are you like this? Unbelievable. If I go in, will you reset enough for me to actually get... No, okay. That was awesome. Thank you for just flopping down the stairs like that. There's a door. One of these places that I cannot see. So dark. So spooky. And of course my Eska's being shy. No light. Ah, cannot see. Why you gotta be so dark, darkness? I can't see for nothing. That's the Wizard Keep, right? Yeah, that's the Wizard's Keep. That's where we keep our wizards. That's not where I need to be. I need to be in a door I can't find right now. This is so silly. Aha, here we go. I'd like to leave the castle. Yay. Not to let me leave without a party is approved. No. Fine, I'll just go flop dramatically on a bed or something. Gotta find people, and I can't find people. Push. Push. Pashaw. Pahui and Pashaw, even. Negative amounts of direction at this point, and negative amount of help from the game itself. what we got. Oh, hell yeah. That was worth coming in here.
Oh.
Where'd that drop me? Okay. Nothing for Kalaris. Why don't they have things hidden around for me? Don't they know I need them? Can't believe this. That's neat. Hi, Mr. Armor, hi? No hi, okay. What does this door say? Kitchen? Kitchen? Food? Food for me's? Well, clearly I need this knife. I need the knife. Rude. Let's just keep going up. Oh, it's raining again. Hooray. Back to the kitchen. Hi! Gabrion! Alaron, so you're back! Thank heavens you're safe! Although His Majesty would turn his castle inside out looking for you. Which reminds me, boy, what are you doing here in the kitchen? Shouldn't you report to Abrakan and the king? I've already seen Sir Abrakan and the king. Oh dear, I'm sure that was uncomfortable. He says you knew better than to go off in the forest alone. You make one little mistake around here and nobody lets you forget it. Alaron, it wasn't a little mistake. We were all worried to death. Who asked you to worry? Impulsive! You're simply impulsive! Why do you have to frighten us all like that? I don't know, Gabrion. I didn't mean to. Don't you know how I'd feel if something happened to you? I'm an old man, Alaron, and I've raised you like my own child. Would you take off like that? Gabrion, I'm sorry. That's all right. Oh, did I tell you? I found Sheridan in your room while you were gone. You're kidding. Did he steal anything? Why, Alaron, that's a horrible thing to say. Why would the prince steal anything from anyone? I don't know, Gabrion. It's just he's been asking a lot of questions about me lately. Such as? Such as, are you really sure you don't know who your mother was? I mean, really? That is odd. Yeah, well, I'd better be off. All right, boy, come see me soon. Oh, 2 doors. What's this one? Where we go? Okay. Right, this is the one that led us to this way. Hey, Icalysses, welcome in. We are currently playing one of the buggiest games I own, and today's stream has been a study in jank. My microphone disappeared for the first, 5 minutes of stream. Just straight up no more mic. It was wild. Like the entire asset disappeared from my streaming software. Exactly up my alley. Right. You get it. Okay. Just trying to find people now. It's hard. They're not exactly, like, anywhere reasonable. I'm sorry your friends have pissed you off. That sucks. You take me back to the kitchens, right? Yeah, kitchen. Will you let me map anywhere? Anything let me properly map? Haha. Haha. Alright, we'll just do this. Oh, I'm sorry you gotta wait so long for them to come pick you up. That super sucks, dude. That super sucks. Oh, it's a thunderstorm. It's even more rainier than usual rain. That's great. Now, I want... Oh no, the FPS in this game is bad. This game has also already crashed twice on me. Like, straight up gone black screen, yellow error writing, system crash. Part of why I'm save scumming is because it, I didn't save because I thought I could get through the tutorial because this cartridge has never crashed on me before, but here we are. Rada. I can't. No discussions. I'm too busy. And I will continue to be too busy for a long time. Please go away. I need to talk to you. I'm going to AIDYN and I need a group to travel with. The king told me to ask you. He's right. There are many enchantments on the path right now. Some dangerous and some not. Either way, a good magician would be useful. Are you? A good magician, I mean. You want me to turn you into a bat or something? Either way, a good magician would be useful. About the group. I've been thinking about who I should take along. Been thinking about either you or Godric. Well, when you make up your mind, you'll know where to find me. But did I mention I'm very busy? Okay, but where Godric? I want Godric. Go around the thingy fadooter. Rude. Now this game, I'm gonna end up repeating myself here a little bit, so just heads up for anybody who heard this already, but it's true. This game should have been saved for the GameCube, like Eternal Darkness was, and then it probably would have gotten better recognition. It was a very promising FPS that was doing way too much for the poor cartridge of the N64 system. This poor little nugget was not meant to hold this much information or process as big an extensive as world as this one. And like, I mean that. You lose an NPC in this game to a battle, you lose the NPC, permadeath. Don't ask. You mean about the quest? There, you see? You've already brought it up. But I must ask you. Very well, let's get it over with. Brave and gallant Sir Abracan. You make a good beginning. Go on. I know you are a great warrior, maybe the best in the kingdom, maybe the best the kingdom has ever known. You've also been my most patient teacher, and I know that with you I might succeed. So I'll ask my question. Will you join me on this quest?
I am a soldier first and last. I will join you as I have promised the king. Here is my sworn obligation. And anyway, over the years I've grown quite attached to you, and I'd like to see you survive this adventure. I promise we'll come back in one piece, free of this goblin poison. That is my pledge to you, on my honor as a knight. When do we leave? As soon as possible. The goblins are rising, and we won't want to stay away too long.
I am playing on an actual console. I have my berry or my ice blue N64 out, and I got my expansion pack in it, and I've got the here's where the jank is working against me, because I even went and found there's two iterations of this game. There's the 1.0 and the 1.1 cartridge. The 1.0 is a gray cart and was the first one, obviously, and is a little more buggy than the 1.1. So I went out and I specifically, like when I was looking for this cartridge years ago, I specifically found a black one because it's the less buggier one. It's the one less likely to crash. It's not infallible, but it's less likely. And it went twice on me in like 5 minutes. Just the rudest possible thing it could do. Okay, so I need to find the dumb wizard face. I need him. I need him. Where is he? Oh, Mr. Wizard. I do not have a Baja Blast and Crunchwrap, nor do I have blue Gatorade. I don't like Gatorade. It's too syrupy and it makes my tummy hurt. The last time I liked Gatorade was when they made Gatorade Rain, and it was like half-strength Gatorade, and I could drink it without my tummy hurt. I'm just a little guy. And yeah, if I'm playing a retro game, odds are extremely high it's gonna be on the original hardware. Back to the kitchen. I don't want the kitchen. I want wizard face. Garrick or Godric or Galahad or Gawain or whatever your name was. Gretchen, I don't know. Garlic Jr. I can't remember. I can't be expected to remember all this shit, man. Hi. Excuse me, sir.
What can I do for you, young sir?
I was wondering if you would tell me what it's like to stand guard.
Maybe someday you could be a knight, squire.
That is interesting. No, it's not. Alright, one tower house. Would you like to know the number of retro consoles I own? The giant asterisk on this being that there are a couple duplicates, and I will explain. But if you would like, I will actually tell you about my retro consoles. Bit more than 10. 10 is a reasonable guess, but it's a bit more than 10. $34. I have 34 consoles. Now, Yes, that's including duplicates. If we don't include duplicates, I gotta count this out. NES, SNES, N64, GameCube, Wii U, Switch, Switch 2, so that's 7, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, SP. Are we counting the SP and the SP-101 as separate consoles? Because they're technically separate models. The 101 being the one that was backlit and usually came in like the pastel-y colors or the licensed model, and then the 100 was like the Mario Red or like Mario Blue sort of. Okay, so one Game Boy SP, SP-101, DS, DSi, 3DS, new 3DS XL, and that's my Nintendo, and I think that's 13, might be 15. Sega, I have a Master System, I have a Genesis, I have a Saturn, I have a Dreamcast. I no longer have a Game Gear, which is tragic. I miss my Game Gear. I also no longer have a Nomad. That thing died an honorable death, but it did try. It did try to continue. I have a PS1. Specifically, I have the PS1 that has the screen. The fun model, the PS... Okay, I have a couple PS1s. I have an original model PS1 with a little backflip that comes out and you can plug it into a stereo system, and it's supposed to be like the best audio sound for like a CD player. That was the whole gimmick that got Sony to sell it, right? I have that, but I also have the little bubble PS1, the PSONE, which is all like rounded edges and super cutesy, and there's a screen that folds over top of it, and I have that. I have a number of PS2s, because I've got a big boy, because the big boys read blue discs better longer term. I've got a flat one, I've got a Japanese one, I've got a PS3, PS4, every model of PSP, Xbox 360, and then a couple weird like handhelds. So part of the trick is I used to manage a retro video game store for years. And my boss used to give me bonuses in the form of things I had on my wish list. I grew up with a huge game collection, because I had a lot of cousins. Like, one quadrant of my family, when we'd get together for holidays, was over 100 people. I have a very big family. So I had a lot of cousins, and I was the youngest in my cadre and the poorest. So anytime one of my cousins got like a new system, it would be, oh, we should give this to Kawari. She needs something to do. She needs something new to play with. So then, like, my cousin would just show up one day and hand me, like, his, at that point, 6 or 8-year-old console and all of his games, because he'd just gotten the brand new one, right? And so now I had a toy and he had a toy. And I had a lot of things. I also had a lot of things that got destroyed in unreasonably strange ways. Like, I got gaslit by Nintendo for years because of Mario RPG for the SNES, The Legend of the Seven Stars. I'd had a copy of it, lent it to my best friend for 2 weeks. During those 2 weeks, her house burned down. And I went trying to find a copy of that game for us to play when she moved in with me for a little bit. Like, we were kids, right? We were kids. Like, school had just ended for the year, like 3 days before her house burned down. And so she moved in with me for the summer while things got figured out. And I went to go find, like, a copy of Mario RPG, but I couldn't remember the name of the game, and I tried explaining it to people, but since it was already years, like, past when the game had come out, and, like, Nintendo, I think that was the GameCube era, so, like, a lot of places weren't really carrying SNES games even used at that point, and trying to explain that game to people who had no idea about it was bazonkers. So a lot of what I have is like reclaimed bits that I used to have that either got lost in floods or in literal fires, or some of them got stolen, things like that. So this is not the largest my collection has ever been, but it's definitely the most cultivated it's ever been. You owned a PSP, Ika Lizzie's, and man, it kind of fucked up how Manhunt was one of your most played. I mean, I have no room to talk when it comes to the PSP because I have a copy of Third Birthday. Because I love the Parasite Eve series so much that I just wanted that game to be good so badly. And I think I've played it like 4 or 5 times. Keep hoping that I'll find something better about it each time I play it. I still haven't. Keep hoping I'm going to find something uniquely incredible in that game aside from just the graphics being super cool. I also still have the, I think it was the Aeon Flux series, or was it the series or was it the movie on the, what is it, the VMD or something? On the little disc, the movie disc they had? I've got Aeon Flux, because I'm a fish of culture and taste. Yeah, the PSP was, in many ways, the PSP was ahead of its time. What a good little guy. And honestly, the PSP discs were not the worst design. I will die on this hill. That little protective case really went a long way. Really went a long way. And the fact that you can just snap it open and clean off the disc if something gets in there makes it so much better to manage than even like your standard issue disc. You had Daxter? Oh man. You watch and follow a lot of retro peeps, but you're not one. You know, I get that though. I like to watch people play games that, like personally, I don't have the reaction time I used to because chronic illness is a bitch. But, I like watching people playing games that I can't play. So, watching somebody play, like a lot of the quick Twitch reaction time games really makes me happy. But I don't play them. I can't play them. I'm a floundering fish in them most of the time. You play strategy and management games? What are some of your favorites? I'm gonna find this wizard somewhere. I am like so close to just looking up a... Oxygen not included? Oh, that is legit. I've watched a couple people play that. Valheim and Abiotic Factor. I haven't heard of Abiotic Factor. That's a new one for me. Imagine Half-Life but survival horror co-op game. Oh. A few, I want to say it was like the Christmas after Valheim came out, a friend of mine gifted me a copy
and told me we were gonna play, and then we never played. So I think I've just been sitting on a copy of Valheim for a while now. Are you here in the laboratory? Definitely beyond my ability to lockpick. Tragic. You had to beg 2 of your friends to play and buy it while on sale. It didn't look like something that I'd want to play by myself, so I haven't touched it yet. They got hooked after 300 hours. You finished it? That is dedication. That's awesome. Buddy!
Hello, Squire. What can I do for you?
Squire?
Godric, it's me.
I'm looking for some way to heal myself. A potion, perhaps.
Of course it's you. Who else would it be?
I mean, it's me, Alaron. Don't you remember?
Remember what?
Remember who I am.
Who you are? Huh! Don't you know?
All I know is I need a potion of healing.
A potion? Why didn't you say so? I'm pretty good at lighting things on fire. I can whip you up some tincture of paradise. I just finished one that makes a puff of purple smoke that smells like tulips. I'll see if I can find my notes for that last one. As you can see, the lab's a bit disorganized today. But tell you what, okay if it explodes?
Does a potion have to explode?
You want it to work, don't you?
Yes, but I don't want to try anything experimental.
Who said it was going to be experimental? I've been working on this idea since I was 6. Big Bang, my father used to call it. But he, well, let's just say he had his own ideas of alchemy. You should have seen his face the day I told him everything was the same thing.
Listen, Godric.
Hang on, let me finish. Because it is the same. It's all made up out of teeny tiny particles. Everything that exists. Me, you, the king, everything. I call these particles... Are you ready for this? I call them motors.
Rock and stone! Maybe I should come back later.
Whatever you say.
See, Helldivers is one of those games I can't play, but I do enjoy watching people play. And I love the lore and the community around Helldivers. It delights me so much. The opening cutscene there, the sweet liberty, no, is prime comedy in like the German cut. All I know is I'm in a lot of trouble.
Boy, you really are melodramatic. Now pay attention. You're Alaron, the king's favorite squire and Sir Abrakan's biggest frustration. Abrakan was
born frustrated.
Well, they just want to take care of you. They still feel guilty, you know, about losing your village in that raid. I mean, all those villages attacked and all. Horrible it was. Meanwhile, the king and knights are sitting pretty back in Gwenia, riding the ponies, playing with Sheridan.
Do you know the village I came from?
No one knows it. It was destroyed by goblins 17 years ago. You were the only survivor. The king found you, brought you back to the castle, and turned you over to Gabrion.
There's some kind of ruin out there in the forest.
Stay away from there, Aileron. It's a bad place.
Because of the raid?
Why don't you come back later and we'll work on that poison, okay?
The raid happened years ago.
I'll see you later.
Maybe I should come back later.
Whatever you say.
I'm in a lot of trouble. Blah, 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 blah.
What was the king like back then?
Phelan, he was, younger? Well, different. He had the queen then.
Oh, you remember her?
Boudica had a face even I can't forget. Elegant, beautiful. She was the most gracious woman I've ever seen. A real lady.
I wouldn't know. I've always heard Phelan was forced to marry her. Some kind of treaty or something.
Yeah, right.
There wasn't a treaty? I know she died having Sheridan, but then the alliance fell apart. Before, wasn't there an agreement?
There was the Termina alliance, but the queen wasn't... Look, you're just a kid. What do you know about stuff like this?
Not much, that's why I'm asking.
Why don't you ask the king if you want to know about stuff like this?
What did I say?
Go ask the king. Go on. Anything else you can tell me? Anything else? Give me more words.
What's Sheridan got to do with it?
The prince? Nothing. Everything. I mean, you were both raised at the castle. You're both squires. You're both pledged to train with Abrakan.
But he's the prince and I'm an orphan. Don't forget that.
You know, you're the only one who ever brings that up. Nobody else cares that you're an orphan. Nobody. As for the rest of it, you and Sheridan have a lot in common. It's only natural for people to watch and make comparisons.
Well, I don't want to be compared to him, all right?
Look, relax.
Superior Sheridan. Mr. Wonderful. He's got nothing to do with me. Understand?
Yeah, got it.
I'll have to come back.
Don't forget!
I said I wouldn't, Godric. Deep Rock Galactic kind of rekindle your love for games during a dry spell. Oh, that's awesome. I'll admit Stardew kind of brought me back when I was in a slump. I was at a point where like nothing sounded fun anymore, which sucked because I have all of these games and I love them so much, but nothing was like... Everything felt tedious, you know? It just felt dull and tedious, and then I started playing Stardew with some friends, and it made me feel like I could enjoy fun again.
Alright, how did I get in here so I can remember how to get out of here? Because I gotta bother people before I come talk to him again. There we go. Out the door. I'm gonna save before the game crashes. I mean, Ikelisses, that sense of just kind of guessing what's gonna happen, that's part of why I don't like watching most TV. Because like, okay, Dexter's a great example of this. I watched Dexter with somebody. And they were super excited to show it to me because I love me a good mystery and a good compelling show. And at the beginning of like, what is it, like a 10 episode season, at the beginning of episode 5, I turned to the person who got me to watch it and I was like, I'm done now. And they're like, what? And I go, I'm done now. Here's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be this, and this, and this, and that thing, and then that guy's gonna say a thing about this thing from, like, episode 2, and it's gonna link it all back, and I'm done now. And dude was just like, oh, come on. And I was like, no, it's the formulaic thing. I did the formula. The formula did the math. It played out. It's how it go. Dude was so certain I had like looked up spoilers. I was like, no, I have no idea what MacGuffins are gonna be played here, but it's gonna be the same like formulaic blah blah blah. And a lot of TV I find boring because it does so much of that when I find a show that I really like, that really like tickles my innards in that way, I kind of hold on to it like a barnacle. Which is the story of how I've watched the first 5 seasons of Archer, I think, over a dozen times.
That should have worked.
Busy, Godric.
What? Oh, hello there.
It's me, remember? Alaron?
Of course you're you. Who else would you be? What can I help you with?
I'm being sent on a quest.
A quest? How interesting.
Will you join me in my quest?
Go out of the castle into the fresh air? That might be interesting. Can I bring my bottles and the screen stuff here?
It would be better if you left the green stuff behind.
Okie dokie.
Riverdale surprised you, really? Because I tried to watch Riverdale, like, the first few episodes, and I was not super interested. Like, does it get better? Because the first, like, 4 or 5 episodes, I was kind of bored, honestly. So if it gets better from that, then that's cool. That's good to know. Oh, later seasons get hectic? Oh. Seasons 1's just a red herring? You know, I got bullied. I got bullied in the past few years into watching a show that has a red herring, like long red herring play out. And honestly, it became one of my favorite shows. So on that end, I can recommend to you that you go watch The Good Place if you haven't seen The Good Place. Or if you got duped by the first few episodes of The Good Place, go watch The Good Place. It's actually really good, and it does not maintain the first season. Holy forking shirt balls. The Good Place is fun. It's a really good cast, too. Like, really good cast. It's... You have, you have everybody... in some ways, it's like an SNL reunion of a show about morality. But you have, like, Ted Danson and Kristen Bell and Maya Rudolph are all in the show, among other people. But yeah, they're the ones of particular note. Where are we at? Oh, we're back here. Oh, we're back here. I don't want to be here. Uppies. But yeah, The Good Place gets my recommendation, hands down. Very good for subverting the expectation and not becoming a tedium of an experience. The worst, though, for me is when you have a show that, like... Okay, so... Hi, I'm a nerd. I'm over here playing a D&D game functionally on the N64. And I've talked at length about my love of science fiction. There are some science fiction shows that have gone on for a very long time, and it's very hard to be a mega fan of a show where you have really excellent writers and really trash writers all writing the same series, and like some years are very good and some years are very cry. It is Doctor Who. It is Doctor Who. I will never forgive Stephen Moffat for the shit he has done. And I'm not just talking about his Doctor Who, because like, okay, Stephen Moffat in particular, is one of those people who needs to be corralled. Like, he needs somebody in charge of him to tell him that it's okay if he writes his fan fiction into his show. Like, it's fine for him to have his blorbo, right? No, Stephen Moffat wrote the 11th Doctor and the 12th Doctor. And he's not he's not a good writer. He's not. He tries so hard, and if he has somebody to like redirect him onto the path, he's fine. But by himself, he writes bad things. Do you know what else he did? Stephen Moffat is also responsible for the really terrible Jekyll and Hyde show on the BBC. That was like early to mid 2000s. The really bad Jekyll and Hyde series was Stephen Moffat. I actually had to give up watching Doctor Who during the 12th Doctor because Stephen Moffat's writing was so bad. I was an obnoxious level of Whovian, right? I have gone back. I have watched all the available film from all of the Doctors from 1 to 11. I've seen everything. I've listened to so many of 8's audiobooks, it's kind of disgusting. He also made the shit show adaptation of Sherlock. Yes! The Sherlock that was so bad that the fandom couldn't believe it ended like that and spent, 3 years trying to anticipate a final season and make it all better? Yes, that was also Stephen Moffat. He's about as bad as J.J. Abrams. The two of them together could build a whirlpool of bad writing and just leave us all in this tragic, unyielding, unending, half-finished, half-baked cavalcade of ideas. Sherlock could have been great. Sherlock could have been great if Stephen Moffat had somebody on top of him at every meeting, every script writing session going, no, Steve, take a deep breath. Remember how we actually write good things. Because Stephen Moffat, when Russell T Davies was originally in charge of the show, which was the 9th Doctor and the 10th Doctor, Eccleston and David Tennant, when he was in charge of the show, Stephen Moffat wrote a couple bits. He wrote the spooky library episodes with, the first time we see River Song. And then he also, previous to that, he wrote what is arguably the best two-parter in all of New Who, which was The Doctor Dances and the Empty Child. And if you don't remember those names, but you're at all familiar with Doctor Who, that's the, "Are you my mummy? Mummy, I'm coming to find you. Are you my mummy?" The gas mask zombies? Yeah, that was Stephen Moffat. That is, inarguably, some of the best writing in 50 years of Doctor Who. Because he was being babysat. That episode has always, that hits me right in the heart. The moment the Doctor turns to his companion and goes, "Just this once, everybody lives." I'm apparently going on a Doctor Who tangent right now. That is also my favorite, one of my two favorite Doctors. Eccleston and Tom Baker. The one with the scarf. Those are my two favorite Doctors, because New Who and Old Who are very different beasts, in my opinion. Yeah, Aiko, you're entirely right. He has great ideas and concepts, just like Jar Jar Abrams has great ideas and concepts, but he doesn't know how to take those concepts and actually develop them into something beyond, cake batter. He doesn't know how to bake it. And that's the problem. He throws all the ingredients in the bowl and he doesn't know what to do next. And you can't put frosting in with the eggs, in with the flour, or you're going to end up with a mishmash. And then you can't bake it, and you just have this messy sludge sitting on your counter that's attracting flies. And that's what happens when Stephen Moffat is left unrestrained. And I keep bringing Jar Jar Abrams into this because all I have to say is Lost. It's the same pattern between the two of them. They come up with these incredible, amazing ideas that they don't know what to do with, and they won't let anybody help them, and they build their little blorbos, and they just live in this fantasy world that's written like a 14-year-old who just found fanfic. Not that I have opinions. But no, like, that Eccleston two-parter, that is up there for me. The Dr. Dance's Empty Child is up there for me with, there's a fourth Doctor episode called Birth of the Daleks. And that tells you how much of a Whovian I was. I have not watched Doctor Who in, like, over 10 years, I think, at this point. Yeah, whenever 12th Doctor, I got, like, 5 or 6 episodes into the 12th Doctor and just kind of had to throw in the towel. I couldn't take it anymore, and that's sad because I do adore Peter Capaldi. But just the writing was so terrible. But there's a 4th Doctor episode called Birth of the Daleks that makes, like, the 10th Doctor's finale mean so much more. It makes everything with 9 in the Dalek chamber, like in the bunker, mean so much more. It is one of the penultimate Doctor Who episodes, genuinely. And it is a caliber of writing that I can say you really only see a few times throughout the series, one of the other big ones being that two-parter with the gas mask zombies and the London Blitz. It's perfect. It is literally perfect story writing. And if only he had been able to stay on that track. If only. And that Sherlock, I, like, okay, I am admittedly part of Team Sherlock was probably, like, autistic. The way he's written, Sherlock reads like an autist, Sherlock reads like an autistic genius. I have known too many people who could do vast sums of numbers in their heads but can't carry on a conversation without offending at least 6 people when there are 7 in the room. And that's how Sherlock has always seemed written to me, right? Like your software engineer who has 2 friends who he's had since 2nd grade, and there's a reason they're still friends and he hasn't made any friends in adulthood. Cool dudes once you get past the rough edges, but, like, no social niceties, right? And honestly, the way Moffat wrote that Sherlock was, like, psychopathic. It wasn't just asocial, it was full-on psychopathic. Aw, McNitt, you're welcome here. We like you here. You should only feel as called out as I do, don't worry. I am reading from my own play card here, don't worry. But no, I think my favorite Sherlock is probably, and this is hilarious and embarrassing to say, I think my favorite Sherlock iteration is The Great Mouse Detective, which is an old Disney movie, where Sherlock is both charming and abrasive, like, in the same breath. And Vincent fucking Price voiced the Moriarty parallel. And it's fun. It never saw a whole lot of, like, attention. I had I think it was a third-hand copy of the VHS growing up, and I wore that out. Like, literally wore that out. The way Stephen Moffat wrote the sequence of how a mystery is solved just looks supernatural more than logical. And yeah, that's the thing. Like, his Sherlock wasn't picking up things that anybody could have picked up, and that was the problem. Like, that was genuinely the biggest problem with his Sherlock, because he wouldn't just be like, oh, well, if you noticed where the blood stain is here, that's knee height, so it would have to be blah, 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 right? It wasn't that sort of shit. It was literally, you're entirely right that it was supernatural, because half of it he pulled out of his ass. There's no way for it to have been laid out for any of the characters, including himself. What was that, McNitt? The favorite modern interpretation was... Yes, no, Elementary was great. I really liked Lucy Liu as Watson. What was it, Joan Watson? I thought that was brilliant. She was so good at that, like... Well, I mean, I made jokes for years that Sherlock needed a life coach, and she did that great. He did so many bullshit things. Even the first episode, that Study in Scarlet that he did, it wasn't Study in Scarlet. I can't remember what it was, but there was something in that first episode that Sherlock used as like his linchpin that I couldn't understand why they thought that was a good idea, you know? It's on par with reversing the whole Wrath of Khan sacrifice that Jar Jar did in Star Trek, in the second Star Trek movie. I still haven't forgiven that one either. Hi. I warned you I was a nerd. No, I don't know, man. I keep bringing it back to, like, middle schooler who's just found fanfiction. Because they have their one favorite character that they ascribe all of this superhero, superhuman, supernatural, super bullshit onto that makes them the coolest, most powerful, most... It starts reading like a Chris Chan fanfic after a point. That's all I can say. It's like a lesser Chris Chan fanfic. I'm sorry, but that's where my brain went. I am sorry for opening that can of worms, but it literally reads like the Sonichu fanfics, only from a healthier mind. Oh, you watched the mega documentation? The Gino... Was it Gino who did that? We are doing this. You're right, Green Grunt, dude. This was worse than a can of worms. This was a mistake on my part. No, I've been on the internet too long. I've been on the internet entirely too long. I am way too familiar with the cesspools. But no, it's that quality of writing, though, where it's like, you have a main character who can do anything and everything, according to the writer, right? It's, oh no, this is my super cool dude that can do anything, and even though the rules that have existed in the universe from the time the universe started, this fictional universe, there are laws and rules that my character's just going to break through today arbitrarily because it's a special Tuesday. And it's just, it's weird. It's bad, it's weird, it has no concept of good writing to it. And it's self-indulgent and juvenile. And like, if you're just gonna write that for funsies to make you feel good, cool. Do it, make yourself feel good. Don't spend $100+ million trying to make everybody else indulge your bullshit. Let's close the Chris Chan can of insanity for now. That is possibly a little too much for the AIDYN Chronicles play. Just a little bit. But yeah, I have strong opinions on my sci-fi and on my writing, and things get too repetitive and they start to bore me. And maybe that's part of why I like janky things, because a lot of janky things kind of follow the same tradition as a lot of like old school camp, like John Waters type of camp. Where like it tries to do something new and fun because it's trying to play with breaking the rules versus something that's just like rules don't matter, blah 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 blah. Might be a hot take. If a series breaks the power scaling rules of its own universe, it wasn't written well. Exactly. Exactly. You have to maintain the bones of the structure within which you're working, right? Like you can't just tear down a load-bearing wall. You can't just tear down load-bearing drywall, man. You gotta make sure that drywall can come out. You think Hunter x Hunter Nen is the best power system you've read? Interesting. I don't know the best power system I've read. That's a good question. Like, Dragon Ball Z is the most fun and makes fun of itself for the constant power scaling. That's definitely true. So I can't say that's the best. That is a good question, though. That is a really good question. Now I'm gonna think on that. Look at what you've done. Look at what you've done. How dare you? Thank you. Alright, we were playing a game, you guys. We were playing this game right here on the screen. We were just talking sci-fi today. We were playing things. Ouch. The koi tangent. It's true. It's true. It happens. It happens regularly. It's a problem. At least you guys enjoy it. No, don't feel bad. No bad. No bad. I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it so long as you are.
Oh, no thunder.
This is why we picked the guy down in the lab. Aileron. Brenna, what are you doing here? Did I forget something? Aileron, please, don't leave me behind. Take me with you. It's too dangerous. You're a good thief, but... If you think I'm good, then you should take me along. Look! I've brought this axe, and this sword, and this bow. Sorry. I've brought this axe. Don't look at me that way. You know Taran meant to give it to you. I hope you thanked him for me. And this armor, on your next encounter with the goblins, I'd like you to be a little better dressed. All right, give it to me. You see how resourceful I am, Aileron. You'll find this quest much easier with me in the group. You're impossible to argue with, Brenna. I give up. Welcome to the group. Da 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 da. 3 party members. And now, we're gonna save again. Now that we have a full party. Exciting. Hello, person. Bye-bye, person. Take a long look. Eramon isn't far, but we may not see Gwernia again for a long time. We've looked enough. I like Gwernia, but I love an adventure. I wonder if we'll meet any other travelers along the way. I think we will.
Anything can happen on an adventure. That's... what is that?
A saying?
A certainty. That's what it is.
Well, whatever happens, I'll miss the castle. But I think we're ready. So, on to Eramon! Didn't I have to talk to Kendall's family and, like, apologize for him being all dyed and stuff?
Hello, sir. A moment of your time?
What can I do for you, sir?
Glad to be of service.
Is there anything you can tell me about the village?
You've traveled south of the castle, so you're on the right track there.
Have a good day, sir.
What? Anything in here this time? Anybody in here for me to bother? Say hi to? Poke? We read that last time. Leave journal. Let's check upstairs. Let's make sure there's nobody upstairs again. What you got? I got a map! And 40 gold! Hooray! Proper RPG. Writin' proper RPG. I want the lady over here first. Hi.
Hello, ma'am. Could I ask you a question?
Good day.
Is there anything you can tell me about the village?
There's a new fence being built over there somewhere.
Thank you.
She's helpful. She's so helpful. La stuff. Can't go in the chimney. Okay. Enter. Yay. That's probably the best looking fire we've seen in the entire game so far. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you for the yap session. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope you have a good time with your friends, Aiku. Thank you for coming in. Let's... Two things. We're gonna save because we got stuff. And stuff is good stuff. Yay! And then... Wait, where's my journal? My journal over here. Here's my journal. Okay. The good leather armor. Scale armor. Battle axe. Do you give me any protection? No. Okay. There we go. Okay. Ah, so we need to go westward. Alright, so... Just want to see how far I can get on the beach, because I'm an adult. Oh wow, we've been at this for 3 hours now, just about. I guess technically 2 because of that whole debacle at the beginning, but you know. Ah, rats. Hi. Can you help me, miss? Are you in some kind of trouble? I just want to know if I'm anywhere near the castle. Smell the air, boy. It's going to rain. Ma'am. I see. Hello. Thank you. Did I grab I did grab it all. Oh, good. Sometimes that's a glitch where you go to grab it all and it grabs, like, not all, and there's still one more to grab. Because this is a good game. Very well made. There was a playtester for this game who said that they had kind of been in a little bit of a rush with it, unsurprisingly, and they'd done like 24 hours awake to help do a playthrough and like do a debug check, and they got to the end and hit the end credits, and then the game crashed, and like the entire debug team just kind of started crying laughing. The road is different here. Different? Look at the woods. See anything? Yeah, I see a lot of trees. I wonder if this was the best path to Eramon. The path is fine. Besides, you can't become a knight by staying at home in Guernia. Reto. Ciao. Ciao. I saw you before, in Orson. Nyosh. Are you a spirit for bad, or a spirit for good? Answer me! Wait! Spirit?
Not much of a conversationalist, was he?
Do you see him, Abrakan? No, he disappeared like a phantom. I don't like it. Let's get out of here. All right, Brenna. No, it's not all right. He looked like a ghost. We should get to the village. It isn't safe out here in the woods. Let's keep going.
Spooky. Spooky, scary shadow dude just hanging in the woods. Spooky, scary shadow dude, he's probably up to no good. Up.
AIDYN begins action. What magic? Oh, no magic for you, just fights. Okay. Oh. No. I need to get you... Okay. No, you're just gonna wait. I cannot remember which of, our mad scientist's actions is, the bad, but one of his magic spells is, very good at being an AoE for everybody.
You almost got it. Oh, you got it. Good job. Good job, AIDYN.
Yay! Yay! Also, this is running speed.
La 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 la.
Did we... Genuinely cannot remember. Did we go to the portal already? I don't think we have. I don't think that's a thing that we have done, so we'll have to do that.
Eh? I hear sounds. That's just that. This are this. Portal. Need to go more westy. This isn't just where I came from, right? Well, it might be. Yeah, this is where we started. Right, and then... Oh, come on, what's the way out of the woods? I thought it was over... Okay. I could have sworn it was over near where the game started, but I am apparently very wrong. I got no glow. Got no magics for who's what it says. Oh, is it up? It is. Maybe? No. No. Okay. Ah, fine. Alright, Godric, can you... Let's try this. AIDYN, come on.
Come on. Oh, look at that. There's one for you to hug right here. Maybe? Oh, come on. That's silly. Bye-bye. Yay. Oh, no. Good job, African. You are going to take your dagger and not use your dragon flames. 'Cause I don't trust you. Bye-bye. You're not letting me... Okay, I can't get close enough. Fine. Only 6? What's that? Oh no! Go bye-bye. Bye-bye. So close. Yeah, Brenna. That's not enough. Fine. Yay! Yay!
Party victorious.
More hides. Let's make camp. What? No. Bye-bye. Haha. It's outside of your movement range, my dude. That's okay. That's why we got Big Strunk. Stabby rip stab stab. No! That's not what you're supposed to do, rat. Haha. Genuinely surprised the rat hasn't fled yet. Oh, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Cool. Yay. Do we need to go further south to go further west? Am I just being a dumb fish? It's entirely possible. To Guernia, yes. But I don't want to go to Guernia. Where? I want to go in the water. Aha! Fine. Fine, you rude thing, you. Where are we at?
at fights. Let's just get everybody together. Rude! How dare you, Wolf? We'll fix that. Yeah, take that. Are you gonna actually like be able to? There we go. 1 hit point. Oh wow. No, not Godric. Haha. Splat. Rude. Okay. We have so many hides now. I don't trust this cartridge anymore. Yay! Oh. I don't think there's anybody here anymore. Something tells me I'm not gonna find any friendly faces. Hi, what are you? You're probably not a friendly face. What? Oh, butts. At least you're just a goblin. Yeah. Haha. You don't like that. You like that a little more. Oh no. Yay. Come around the side. Funky Controller Chan loves you, don't worry. Let's just, yeah. Group hug. Bye-bye. Oh. You know what we should do? Is it... No? There we go. Ah! Let's give the man some armor. Thought so. Base hit 35. Damage 4. Eh. Eh. Cool. My dude, what are you even doing? You have nothing. What? There you go. Anything else that might work for you? No, you don't want a shield. You're a stabby, sneaky type. You don't want a shield. Why did I do that when I should have saved? That would have made way more sense. This day of storm season we remember those who died here when the goblins ravaged the village of Yorewood. We remember. More spice. Spice. I can't see. Oh, is that a stairs leading to nowhere? Oh no, it leads somewhere, okay. Nice. I might be starting to be a sleepy fish. It might be time for me to put this up for the night and, like, give my brain a rest. I realize that I've been playing this for 3 hours now, and I'm not always the best at calling it when I should, so maybe the fact that the thought occurred to me means that I should. Instead of walking around in the total darkness. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be my best bet, actually. If we save here in this abandoned village, what we came from, and then come back to this some other time. I think that's gonna be our best bets today. So, hold on just a second. And we're gonna zoop. Hi. Hi. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was as fun for you as it was for me. I very happy to have been able to show you AIDYN Chronicles. It's not the most exciting or incredible game, but it's fascinating for what it is. I am going to, here in chat, I'm gonna drop something real quick. There's the 1. And then, there's the 2. And now, if you would like, you can join the Discord server. It is very new, it is very baby. It'll be a little bit before it's all fancy and prettied up, but feel free to join and jump in. I could also raid today. I need to figure out how to do that. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I've never raided before. This will be a new adventure. Are you guys ready? Oh, you know, Gorin is streaming. I could raid her. That would be funny. So do I just click on the name of the person and then it does the thing? Okay. So let's start raid. Okay. We raiding. Okay. It says we're gonna raid in a minute. I don't know if there's anything special we need to do, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna raid it in now, okay? I think I'm figuring this out. I appreciate your patience. Oh no, I'm still figuring out how to do this. Oh no. I'm still learning this. Ah. Okay, I think we did it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cut out now. Okay. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Let's